You know what time it is? It's time to brew some Car Guy coffee.
That's right, car guys and car gals, welcome.
So the third question I have for y'all is, everybody has a big influence, something that makes them go, man, this person did this to me and this is why. I kind of know what the sisters are going to say already. I may not want to ask this question. Oh my goodness. I'm going to start with Brittney on this one because I think I know the sisters' answer already. But Brittney, who or what has been your biggest influence?
My biggest what?
Influence in the business for you, or in life maybe. Just what feels like made you the best version of yourself, or somebody that influenced you in that?
Yeah, I think just everybody that I've met in the car business, everybody that's on this same journey with me. I did a post about a month ago, and I think I tagged like as many people as Facebook would let me, and I realized, wow, I've got a lot of friends in the car business. I've got a lot of mentors in the car business. You know, I think something beautiful about like the mastermind group that we're a part of is that there's people farther ahead of me on the journey that have, reached back and helped me along the way. And then there's people behind me that I have the privilege of helping. And in each, circumstance, those people definitely influence who I am and what I do as a leader every day.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That's a great answer, because I feel the same way. Like, it's hard to pick one person.
You're right. Yeah.
I will always say, and I'm going to say in the business for me, in the business of the car business, Matt Damos, and y'all know Matt. Matt was the guy who trained me. He's the one who hired me. He's the one who was
pivotal.
I was the VP of his company when we were doing staffed events back in the day. So he's been my best friend. Next me and Lou. Obviously me and Lou are best friends too. But Matt's there. Matt's been with me. He's helped me so much. But there's still so many other people that if I don't name them, I feel bad. So I love the generalization of the answer. So I understand that, because it's tough. It is tough to say, hey, this one person or these two people. I mean, because I have learned so much from everybody. Lou's influenced me. You ladies have influenced me. I mean, people I've met down there, people I've met at NADA conferences, people I just meet online, people that I've watched and follow myself. There's so many. I could just keep naming them. We've been fortunate enough recently to be able to interview a few of the people that have influenced me, So it's one of those things where it's like, wow, but I love that answer, and I'm going to tell you something. You're an influence to people too. Yeah. You are. So and trust and believe that. Your For the People group is wonderful. You're doing a great job. I love your message there, what it's about and what you want on there. And it's great. So and believe me, I believe if I get one person to say, hey, I appreciate what you're doing, one person is all it takes for me to go, it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
He definitely gets excited. I mean, because it's something to be excited about. And anytime that anybody's showing any type of honor, it's good. And you guys are always showing honor and showing appreciation. That's how we met you all, is just seeing the honor that you're bestowed. You got a couple fun marketing guys that are giving you awards and saying how awesome and what kind of success you're having. And you're doing great things, seeing that type of success when everything was whatever we called normal, right? We called something back then normal, right?
Something normal.
And even at that, and just thinking of it, even at that point of being normal, we weren't happy. We were still trying to find a way to get better, to get stronger, to overcome. There were still challenges in our way. Some things seemed like mountains. They're not even the things that you're considering right now. You know what I mean? In a lot of cases, you're taking on some completely new challenges and also still brewing solutions. So it's not something that you just woke up and said, man, coronavirus show up, I think I'm going to try to start a dealership. No, you're saying, oh, I'm trying to find a way to save what it is that we're supposed to be holding on to, we've been grabbing onto, and building it back up with the knowledge and the strength that you have built up over these years. You've developed habits of problem solving, of brewing solutions, and that's what's transferring into your next direction that you're going into.
Right.
The next phase of your life, the next chapter. And it's inspiring. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you.
Because there's so many people that are easily
have a bright future,
hiding
ladies.
and not rising up. You all are rising up. And as you arise and you ascend the hill, like Adam Marburger, you ascend the hill, you start taking yourself a little higher, then all of a sudden, guess what? People are going to start noticing you and be able to follow and emulate you. And all that you all are ever saying is, it's okay. It's going to be all right. We're going to get through this. Here's some hope. Here's a little hope. Here's another brew of hope. Sip on this, upshift your lifestyle, uplift each other. You know, that's what you all are doing. And we appreciate that. We definitely honor that. Obviously, I get crazy motivated. Go ahead and.
So, ladies, sisters.
So I'm going to share the family portion of it, and then Missy's going to share the business person that we've mentored after. So growing up, our mother, we haven't talked a whole lot about our mom. Our dad has been in the business, but our mom has been in the background. But actually, she's boss, and a fantastic boss. When we were kids, our family had a party store, and my mom ran the party store. My dad, he worked outside, and she is such a people person. And that's who we started acting like. You know, it was when we start, she taught us how to run the register, but for running the register, every person that walked through the door was greeted. You know, you make eye contact and you smile and you say hi. And I know those sound like small things, but as a kid, we didn't know it then. We look back on it now, and it's like, what training did she give us? It was fantastic. And she also taught us that I remember farmers coming in and, oh my God, you know, it's like they smell, and Mama's like, no, you don't curl your nose up. You know, they are spending their money just like somebody else is spending their money. And hey, have a nice day. Thank you for your business. And it was always thank you. We always said thank you. Gratitude, right?
That's right.
And we have learned that. We've learned thankfulness and gratitude, and that everybody is the same, you know. And so we were for the people before we even knew we were for the people. Right. We were raised this way, and our mom is the one that has taught us this.
Wow.
And let dad do his business stuff, so us girls could be the business, and mom is, you know, it. So I wish she was here so that you guys can meet her. She is the woman. She is the woman that has made us human and loving and grateful. Absolutely. Very grateful.
Beautiful answer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm grateful for the portion of your mother that we get to enjoy. That is you ladies.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I'm sure.
I'm
sure your mom was awesome.
So
Thank you.
Oh no, growing up, it was like everybody wanted to, you know, oh, we want your mom. You know, we love your
Can we get a hug from your mom? You know, can we come over and spend the night? Can I talk to your mom?
I believe that. There's no doubt. There was always that mom in the group.
There was always that mom, right? Yeah.
That mom, she cooks the best. She always talks to you. She always makes you feel comfortable, like you're one of the kids. You know, I have one of those friends that had a mom. My mother was amazing too. I'm definitely a mama's boy all the way through. But definitely, I've had friends who had pretty awesome. Like I remember my buddy Chris's mom. She would let me stay there anytime I wanted. She'd cook me breakfast.
Aww.
Always ask me, "You want something to eat?" I'm like, "Man, I don't. No, I'm good." And you always felt weird, like, "No, I'm good," even though I was starving. I'm good. But after you're there for about you go there for after a year of being a friend, you're like, yeah, I like to have a cheeseburger, fries on that. You know what I'm saying? I like it like just a little bit of ketchup, no mustard, you know.
And they start cooking it the way you like it.
Then they know.
It's ready for you.
This is for Fred. So
no,
that's amazing. I can't imagine. I should say what your mother is like. Because you two.
Yeah.
As much as you are, you say you get it from your mother. That means she's a more.
Right.
So,
seriously, she's more.
That's legacy.
More.
So on the business side, what's been your influence there, Melissa?
Well, we say that because it's like dad was always the business side.
Sure.
So obviously my dad,
Absolutely.
he just has given us our base, our core, and obviously him and mom had the same type of foundation that they've built for us. But then, our business has changed. So I think as we've gone through the business, our mentors have kind of changed. The people that you reach out to has changed. And I had, my gosh, back in like 2004, Eric Cassar was working with one of the banks that we work with, and he just would push and help, you know, just make you feel better, get you to the next level. Hey, I want to sell 10 cars this month. I mean, that's when it was like, hey, how do I get to 10? That's all I need, right?
10 cars, yeah.
And he, no, you got 15 in you. Or, I mean, it was just push, make you better. Like you guys. I mean, it just, what happens is you evolve, then you meet new people that are like-minded. You guys are great. You're an inspiration. I mean, I love the podcast. Brittney.
Thank you so much.
Brittney, you too. I mean, we are
follow
so
you.
very blessed to have you as friends. I mean, honestly. So your mentors kind of change as you go through, right? The business world.
Absolutely.
And we're just, I don't know, it's changed.
But
we're very lucky.
we also wanted to plug you guys because we're following you and your positivity.
Yes.
And Brittney, we've been following you. We almost look out there to see, hey, what are they doing? They got a smile on their face. We can do this.
Yeah.
You know, even though you're not in the same room, you're in a different state. We're following you, and so you're our mentors. And your lot walks and keeping that light and just the laughter, you know, just the smiles. But you guys you've tapped into something really good. And I always say, who's going to cheer us up? You know, we're here cheering everybody else up, right?
Get you some.
Yes, and that's
Car
where
Guy
we're
coffee.
at. We are getting some Car Guy coffee, and we're getting some. And thank you for that.
Well, thank you for honoring us like that. I appreciate that. You know, that touches right here. Seriously,
yeah,
I mean, just the little things. If I could make one person smile today, if my quick brew makes somebody, you know, fix their day or fix a problem that they have, you know, that's what it's about for me. I don't care about the likes. I don't care about how many views. It really doesn't matter. To me, it's just literally, I do it and I'm consistent. And I think that's the whole thing. You got to be consistent because people need consistency, but they also need positivity. They need creativity. They need innovation. You know, you got to edutain them. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So you do. And that's what I try to do. I try to edutain people. You know, I try to have fun with it, educate them, but also give them entertainment all at the same time, the best way that I can. Because I'm giving you me, you know, just like you ladies give you, you know, and I love that. And that's why Lou and I are such fans of y'all so much, because we love what you're feeding out there, even when it's down. And I know we're all going through dark times. We have moments we're sitting there, we're all freaking out. We're like, oh God, I don't know what's going to happen. It's natural. You're supposed to. That gives you that rush, because when you take that next step that's necessary to move forward and then you crush that, you're like, okay, it's not so bad. Another week. Think about it. How long has this been going on? A month and a half, right? That we've been pretty much shut down. So you've already done a month and a half. You're okay. If it takes another month and a half, so be it. But how fast did that go? I know it's longer than a regular month and a half. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Hold on.
It's like, has it been a year already? Oh my God. But at the same time, if you really sit down, it's gone fast, you know, just like any other thing in life, you know, and it's going to pass. And like I said, things are not going to get to normal. There's going to be a new normal, but it's going to be better. It's going to get better, and it's probably going to get better for the good in a lot of different ways. So
it has to,
and it will. It has to. And like you know, no matter what we're all going through, everybody's going through it, and somebody's going through something 10 million times worse than what we're going through.
10 million times worse.
But even that person, even whoever that is, there is hope.
There's hope for
every single one of them.
No doubt.
Have a hope of rising up.
No doubt about it.
And you all are definitely doing that.
So Lou, I'm going to give you 4 and 5. I usually give Lou one question, but because
I take so long.
But
ask a question. Just ask a question.
He does. He likes to layer his questions. He does.
I know. I listen to your podcast. I know.
But you know, thank you. But no, obviously it's with passion. It's so much passion.
It is with passion.
He's asked me, he goes, should I cut that down? I'm like, no, just give him you, Lou. Because if you don't give you, then it's not real, right? Give him you.
Exactly.
And I love Lou. So give it up. Give it up for Lou. So that being said, Lou's going to hit you all with the last questions. He leaves the 5th question kind of deep, but let's go with a pretty easy breezy one for him. Let's make it. I kind of went deep with these questions, sort of.
So we said, why?
Yes.
We answered your who.
Oh.
Right. We answered your where's has already been in there. Okay. Right. So asking this question just in detail, when was it that you became an actual dealer for the people? When was it that you actually put on the green jacket per se?
That's a good question.
Brittney.
I'm curious on that one. Go ahead, Brittney. What's that? How long have you been for the people? I mean, your whole life. I know that, but you know, with the actual tag on your dealership.
Yes.
Yeah, about 6.5 years now. And it's been awesome. I actually just was talking to a dealer from Idaho last night and just kind of texting back and forth. And I said, you know what, it's one of the best decisions that I ever made because you're right. So it's something I've been my whole life, but to be able to kind of connect that brand and that concept in a way that I can present to the public and have my staff connect with and find purpose in. It's been awesome.
Awesome.
That's great. That's
6.5 years. That
6.5
goes
years
like that.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
That's almost as long as I've actually been a dealer for the people also.
Yeah,
I mean,
basically, I've been a dealer for the people now with the auto group for 7 years.
About 7 years. Yeah, we're on our 7th. We're on that year.
Yeah.
So
we've been a dealer for the people. And honest, and that whole mentality of the for the people really clicked with me. Tony said one thing to me because I was a car guy on the road. I traveled. I closed deals. I was a closer. You know, I was like, well, baby, I'm gonna do it hardcore. You know, I don't care what it is. But when I started working for Tony, he said one thing to me. He goes, we don't sell cars here. I looked at him like, okay, we solve transportation problems. And I was like,
yeah, man.
Okay, Tony. Got you, buddy. Yeah. We solve transportation problems, right? I mean,
and then it's like,
it started to hit home. The deeper you're there, the longer.
Really do.
And then you start feeling it and you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Right.
And it made me better. It made me a better person at home, honestly. I mean, I was still kind of car guy-ish. I don't know. I'd come home and still trying to close my wife on stupid stuff, you know, but once I started getting, not that I don't still close, but you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It changed me. It made me think about who I was trying to help. When I work a deal, how I analyze the deal. Should I do this deal? You know, sometimes there's deals I pass on because it just does not make sense. If I do this, I'm going to put them in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, it's about the ethics that it's taught me. It's taught me better ethics in the business, being a for the people person. It also helped me work harder, being somebody who likes to help instead of somebody who just likes to make money. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make money. It's going to happen no matter what I do. It's going to happen. But if I help a lot of people, I'm going to have fun doing it instead of just worrying about how much money I'm making. So
it was a whole heart change.
Yeah,
it was.
absolutely.
It became a salesman to a solutionist. And that was an incredible transition that I know I took. I watched our entire team because we were traveling the whole country being, you know, the hot shots that come in, make your money. And we roll down to the next town and we do the same thing to help uplift their game.
Right.
But that's what we were great at, selling cars. We then turned into solutionists, and that approach changed everything inside of everything in our lives. And it's exciting. I'm very grateful for that.
Yes.
So when did you
M&M
Solutionaries?
About the same time, Brittney. We joined about the same time, I believe. We've been 2014. Late 2014, early 2015. Yeah. So 6.5 years. Yeah. It's been awesome. And, you know, to kind of expound on what you're talking about, going from sales to Solutionaries, it feels so good. I mean, you sleep well and it overpowers you. And I always say, you get back from the universe, what you put out there, you get back. Right. 100%. And it feels so good. So, you being able to, I guess, I always say sleep better at night, but that's not the proper analogy. It's just you feel good. Yeah, you feel good about what you do.
It's more than selling vehicles. It's changing people's lives. It's helping somebody. It's helping them get the vehicle their family needed. Or a car, you know, they never could get financing before. Now you help them because you're the dealer who actually tried. You know, there's so many reasons why this is.
And that thank you from them, that thank you from that person is an adrenaline rush, isn't it?
Right. Well, it still is. Will always be.
Yes. You know, when they say, wow, you are so nice and you've been so nice to me. And I'm thinking, why would not anybody be nice? You
Right,
know?
yeah. Why?
I don't
How do you
understand
do
that.
this and not be nice to people?
Right.
You know, how are you successful and you're not nice? I don't understand.
They're
But
out
there's
there,
people
though.
out there they're
There
not.
definitely
Yeah.
There's no
are.
doubt.
And
Trust me.
They look at
that's why, again, we can talk to the hardest closers
Yeah.
and the best at, you know, being, I guess, even borderline manipulators. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean,
Yep.
or we
was
can
guilty.
talk
I did
about
it before,
people
yeah.
that actually want to bring a solution to the person that's sitting in front of them and respects the humanity and the
Yes.
blessing that that person is right before you, that you have the chance. That one application is trusting you with whatever it is that you can do in the world. I can't heal them from their sickness. I know a God that can, but I cannot be the one that provides them the mortgage. I can help them get a car loan. I can help them get something that fits their family. And that's a service that so many people don't know that they need somebody to advocate for them for until they
Right.
have that problem.
Boom.
And you have to have a person that is for you. And these ladies have been dealers for the people. This is the brand that they put before the entire automotive industry, that they are for the people. This is what it is that we shout, and we wear the clothing. We do all of the things that say that we're for the people. And that is a heart shift, because it's one thing to say it. It's another thing to slap on the logo and say the slogan. It's a whole other thing to look those people into the eyes and say, I am for you, and I need you to trust me. I am going to help you ascend the hill.
Yep.
And that's something that, of course, we all honor, we all appreciate together, and we all share. Again,
There's
we
another
ride
thing.
inside of the same frequency.
Another thing that we're on that same frequency. Okay. So, yeah, absolutely. So
Yep.
question number 5. Here we go.
Okay.
Ooh.
Here we go, Lou.
So we are inside of the Sweet 16 special brew, special roast with the car gals that are solutionaries, keeping their dealerships on their foundation and finding a way to rebuild out of the ashes. So car guys and car gals, I know a lot of this may apply, a lot of it may not, but I want to make sure that since it is your responsibility as a listener, as a viewer, that you leave this brew with something for you. If you enter into a situation where there is a chance to learn something, I try to tell my kids, it's your responsibility to learn. You're going to learn from your failure. You're going to learn from your success. But one way or another, you are going to learn. So since you've spent this much time with us, listening to us talk car business and talk things and laugh and giggle, it's your responsibility to get something for yourselves. So, I'll hoard myself, right?
He did who himself.
How are you going to rise out of the situation that you are in right now? Because I believe you need to name it, claim it, frame it. You need to have a target that you're shooting on. Because this is for you listeners and you watchers out there. How are you going to rise out of this? And I am definitely going to be checking out what it is that they're doing and how it is that they're succeeding. The ladies just hit on it a little bit ago. What is it that they're doing? How did they do that? How are you guys recording that? You know, how does that marketing work? How are you writing this ad copy? How are you doing these videos? All of these are the things that these dealers come together to meet on to find out how to implement that there. So I'm asking that question of you solutionaries out there. You are the dealers. It's all riding on you. No pressure, huh?
No pressure.
No pressure. But
Oh, no.
how are you rising out of this? Which one of the ladies is ready to take this baton?
You know, in a lot of ways, it's just through sheer determination. You know, I don't think any of us have all the answers yet on the hows and the whats and, you know, what it's going to look like. But we know we're going to make it because we're determined and we're not giving up. And we're going to continue to adapt. I don't know about you guys, but in the last 6 weeks, I think we've changed our sales process and our policies and our plans about 1,000,000 times. And I guarantee you that we're not done. And that's something I talk to my staff about a lot. Is, you know, the only thing I can tell you is we're going to keep changing and we're going to keep adapting until we you know, hit the right spot. So.
That's it.
It's good.
Constant
That's good.
adaptation, you know, and you have to be able to evolve and understand that when something seems like it's working, but it doesn't after so much time, you have to give up on that. So what's so funny, Lou?
No, I'm not laughing. I want to speak.
Go ahead.
Go.
Speak. Go ahead. I was good. That's all I was going to say, homie. You're good. He can't help it.
Because you just hit it. And adapt. You're going to adapt and you're going to overcome. You have to. You're going to. You're doing it as we speak. Although the policies keep changing, right? We keep coming up with a whole new process. We thought we had our process down. We just had it laminated, right? We just said how we're going to do this, right? All right, now what are we going to do? Something totally different. I have a box full of these. I'm telling you how to do this stuff. Now I don't need that. No, we don't need that. So what are you going to do to make that then turn into success? You're doing it right now. So again, I have kind of a how and a solution for everybody out there. Ooh. But I'm going to jump over to the Sisters of Savings. How are you going to make it to the land of solutions?
I mean, just like Brittney, don't you think it just, yeah.
We come in every morning and we do the same thing. It's like, hey, we talk to the team and say, this is what, I mean, yesterday was a crazy day. How are we?
What did we learn?
Process. What did we do right? What do we think that needs to be looked at again? You know, even the flow, I mean, because they can't be in the showroom, that flow's been a little harder, but we're adapting to it. Hey, I mean, because we've always, you know, prided ourselves on the service that we give and making the customer feel welcome. So it's like, how are we relaying that now? Because we can't, the goal is to get them to the dealership, then we can take it from there. Well, now we have to do that over the phone, but it can be done and we're doing it, right? So it's just different calls. I mean, you're taking a FaceTime call, you're throwing in some funny, like, because, or just be you. I mean, it's just being you.
That's it.
So it's personality. I believe that that's what's going to help us adapt is, and it's not a brand because it's just us, as goofy as we are, whatever.
But that is your brand. So it
is
our
brand.
So
that is your brand.
And it's like, but that's what we love about coming to work and doing our job. It's not a job. Like, this is a family here, right? And we need to take care of each other. And that's why when you, like you said, the foundation, building the good team, I mean, we're going to make sure we're all okay because that's what we do. So, you know, we're going to adapt. We're going to do what we have to do and talk it through and change things as needed. And like Brittney said, it's sometimes daily. It's like, okay, we have this down. Oh, what just happened?
Right. I mean, that's exactly right. That's exactly what needs to happen. And why you will be successful, ladies, is because all of y'all are doing that right now. There's a lot of people who didn't. There's a lot of people who said, you know what? And there's people who couldn't. No, don't get me wrong. There's people who just couldn't. But the ones who could and didn't, they're gonna be so far behind. It takes time. Just like you said, you had to change your process millions of times. It feels like, right? So by the time, so you have a perfected process for that by the time it all starts. So semi-perfected, right? It's going to be a good process.
You're perfecting the art of
because we're always constantly. There's nothing perfect. You know,
it's an art.
Right. Yeah. So that being said, you're going to be ahead of the game. I preach that to my team. We're doing it now. Let's learn it. Let's go through these changes. It's going to be okay. Because by the end of this, we'll have something down that other people won't have. And then they're going to be struggling to do what we were doing, going through the same processes, learning different things until they found the right one. So you are ahead of the game.
Yes.
You will be ahead of the game, which doesn't feel like it right now because we're all stuck in mud. We're all stuck in quicksand. But you're ahead of the game, and it's okay. Just tread slowly. It's going to happen. So
taking all of that as a forever 5-liner, car guys and car gals, guess what? I mean, no, not to kind of poke fun, but man, wouldn't we go along having 3 ladies on the talk with us from a distance? I mean, we got to listen, right? We all got to listen and hear what's going on. And it's awesome to have that taken up a notch. For all of you that are listening, and even those of us that are just inside of this conversation, what I'm getting out of all of that is that there isn't one thing. There isn't one thing that anybody's going to be able to apply. These are car dealers that are dealing with hard decisions every single day that they get up and they go face the rest of this world. And they are still committing to put on a smile. That is the most important thing that they're going to be able to wear. Now, these ladies, I've seen them out there. I've seen us at different events. They know how to be fashionably sound, right? They know how to put together an outfit, whether it's a costume at one of the costume events and we're dancing on a conga line, or it's us just going into the daily routine, what we thought was a routine of going to work. They're always putting together a fashionably sound approach to the market. But the most important thing that they have now to put forward to their people is the same thing you and I all have, and that's our smile. Putting that smile on, putting that excitement, putting that brew of solutions, especially because look, we plan to have this meeting, remember, together. We actually plan to have this sitting inside of the same place, and an event created an opportunity for us not to do this. But what are we doing now? We're right here, face to face.
We're right here.
Smile is still connecting. It's still bringing bridge together, which means that we are brewing solutions going forward. This is how we're going to do it, folks. We're going to keep smiling. We're going to keep being positive. We're going to keep brewing solutions, and we are going to find a way to raise up each other inside of all this. We are all here together, and we're going to finish up this 5-liner with that one last hit to the heart and smile on your face. Car guys and car gals, thank you for brewing solutions with us. Hit it one time.
Yes.
On the Car Guy Coffee Podcast, we have Michele and Melissa and Brittney, and we will be right back.